There are many heroes of the Holocaust, but in my opinion, none by far are as interesting as Adolfo Kaminsky's story. In 1933, one of the largest genocides began, the Holocaust. Over 6 million Jews were murdered in this horrible time period, making up 42% of all Holocaust-related deaths. But many people revolted, saving Jews who had been sent to concentration camps to be decided whether they would be murdered or sent to work. One of these heroes was a teenager named Adolfo Kaminsky. When Adolfo was just 16, his mother was killed by Nazi soldiers when she was trying to warn her Jewish brother of his impending arrest. To avenge the Nazis who killed his mom, he began to rebel against Hitler and his ruthless army. This included making detonators for explosive devices and using chemicals to erode railways that led to concentration camps. Unfortunately, 3 years after his mother's death, he and his family were arrested. They were sent to a concentration camp, but just as fast as their luck fell, it rose again. He and his family were released 3 months later because of Argentine policies, forcing anyone originally from Argentina to be released. After seeing the horrors of these camps, Adolfo began to rebel again, but this time underground. He joined a special team that helped Jews escape the country. The team more than willingly took him in when they realized he had a special skill. He knew how to remove waterman, an ink that was considered impossible to remove. He and his team worked on creating and editing fake IDs so that Jews would no longer be identified as Jewish. They would change Jewish-sounding names like Abraham to French-sounding names. He learned how to remove waterman when he worked for a dry cleaning company after dropping out of school at the age of 13. In addition to removing the ink, he also created typefaces and stamps to match the government's. He and his team used these to fill in the fake information. Even created watermarks, the less opaque writing that proves that a document is official. They were producing 30 documents an hour, and the way Adolfo thought was that if he slept for an hour, 30 Jews would die, so he worked incessantly. In August 1944, when Paris was liberated by the Allied forces, Adolfo began to make German documents so that undercover Allied agents could get into German areas, learn and collect evidence of the concentration camps and the horrors that went on inside it. After the Germans' defeat in 1945, Adolfo continued creating fake documents for almost 30 years. These documents were for people in Spain, Algeria, and South Africa in times of war. In 1970, he ceased creation of fake documents and became a photographer and photography instructor. He still lives in Paris today and is a well-respected and recognized man. I can't accept that some people think they're superior to others, think other people are inferior. He said, all human beings are equal no matter what their skin color, their nationality, their religion. He and his family were released